All right, good morning. Friday morning, start of a new month here in July. And those of us in the military, today is what is referred to as a DONZA. A DONZA, which is, of course, an acronym because we're in the military and we use acronyms at length. DONZA stands for Day of Non-Scheduled Activity, which is a long-winded way of saying we have the day off. And that is, of course, given to us because of the 4th of July weekend. So today, for me, will be a day spent with family and then grinding on my passion project, which is what I'm in the office here doing now at my home, getting caught up on some emails, which prompted me to come on here real quick and just address a couple things with you guys. The SRS Effect. The SRS Effect, another acronym, is real. The SRS stands for the Sean Ryan Show. And as I'm sure many of you guys are aware, I was invited on the Sean Ryan Show over at Vigilance Elite, which dropped early last week. And the fallout from that has been tremendous. And first and foremost, I got to extend a sincere thank you to Sean personally for inviting me on. I've been a fan of Sean for a while. I've seen literally all of his episodes. So it was great to get a chance to go on there and just spend some time together. And, you know, Sean and I actually had crossed paths over 10 years ago in Afghanistan. You know, so just a really interesting small world kind of full circle experience for both of us. We were in his studio for just under 7 hours to create what ended up being 4.5 hours worth of content for you guys. We were both smoked at the end of that. I mean, it is a grind. It is work on both ends. And at which point he invited me over to his house. I had dinner with him and his family. Just an amazing dude all around. And that platform and that community that he is building is going places. The sky truly is the limit for him and his team and his community. So I'm excited to watch that grow, and it's an honor to just be a little tiny part of that process. But the effect of that, the SRS effect, is considerable, you know. And just to put it in kind of context, my Instagram platform is the most trafficked platform that I have, and usually I'll sit anywhere around a dozen or so DMs a day, and then maybe a couple dozen comments a day. Well, that has spiked tremendously when now it's in the hundreds per day. So I'm still responding now to messages that I received the day that episode dropped. So I'm basically 2 weeks behind. And I'm still going in chronological order. I'm going all the way back to the furthest message that was sent to me to respond. But it's, I'm essentially paddling upstream. By all means, please continue to send questions, messages. It's something that we take very seriously, my team and I. You know, having that level of connectivity with our community is extraordinarily important. I just ask that you remain patient while I work to get back to all you guys. I just wanted to provide some context. So that if you're sitting there 2 weeks from now and you're like, hey, what's going on? I sent Nick a message and he's not getting back to me. I'm working towards it now. Same applies for our emails. You know, that usually is less trafficked than the social platforms, but that has also exploded. I'm literally looking at my inbox right now, one of them, and I have somewhere around 134 unread emails and one of the 2 emails that's connected to our website. Which again is an honor. It's humbling. It's awesome. I'm working through it now. And, you know, part of the SRS effect is my team and I have learned that we do need to update our communications architecture a bit because it's not nearly as efficient and streamlined as it is need to be as we continue to scale. And as this is going to continue to come in greater volume, we're now looking at ways in which we can increase that effectiveness to maintain that level of connectivity with our community. It's important. The next is the interest in Objective Secure, the signed copies. Yes, those are en route. I have everything we need to go. There's some administrative hurdles that I overlooked when setting this thing up that I caught. So I'll spare you the details because it doesn't matter, but we're working through that stuff now so that when we create the mechanism to pick that product up, it's done legally, ethically, and morally. So, and with a high degree of professionalism and attention to detail, right? Yeah, there are ways that we could just start shipping things to people and Venmo and PayPal. And I've been asked hundreds of times on how to purchase this and can we do this? Can we do that? I just want to make sure it's clean and it's done right. So apologies for the delay. We're real close. We're in the red zone. So you guys will obviously be made aware once that's an option. So I ask that you stay tuned and stay hungry for that because we're excited to bring it out. The next is the audiobook version of Objective Secure. That's also in the works. We began movement on that probably a month or so ago, really taking it seriously and prioritizing it on the slate. After weighing our options, we had several publishers come out wanting to purchase the audio rights to the book and basically create it for us. We decided we want to do it ourselves. So the same route that we went with the written book, self-published, we're going to do that with the audiobook as well, mostly because we are unwilling to sacrifice even a shred of creative control over what we bring to market. It's ours. We're going to own it, and we're going to own the successes or failures that come with that, period. So we think it's practical that will be available for download by the end of this year, which we're excited about. So that's also in the works. And then lastly is, hey, where can I meet you in person? Probably the most humbling request that I get. There are more and more opportunities that are coming down, right? Where I'm going to be doing more in-person engagements that are open to the public. Those would be just speaking engagements, book signings, right? Places at venues that we go out and intentionally book ourselves into and then just open it up to the greater population at different areas throughout the country. And then also there's obviously the private booking option where if you want me to come to speak or engage or do a mini workshop with your team or your organization, that's also an option as well. You can set that up through the business inquiries option on our website, which is machinenick.com. The requests for these have been coming in also aggressively, which is great. We are fielding as many as possible. Just know that all of us, my team and I, this is a passion project for us. This is a nights and weekends thing on top of our, 9 to 5s and on top of our family requirements. But it's something that we are all eager to continue to sink our teeth into and pursue and scale. So yes, those opportunities are coming. And by all means, if you have interest in booking me for an event, I'll direct you to our website to do that. And we'll get back to you and get something on the calendar. That's it. Where am I at? 9 minutes. Cool. Enjoy the what's hopefully potentially a long weekend for some people. But either way, keep in mind what this weekend is about. Independence Day. I'm not going to go down this crazy patriotic historic monologue right now, but let's all just keep in mind on what this weekend's about. And despite how crazy things may seem or how emotional we may get or how negative we may get, we live in an amazing country with an unlimited amount of opportunity. So let's keep that in mind. Enjoy the weekend. Get out there, kick some ass, and we'll talk soon. All right.